Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. That's called The Awakening. It's by Patrick Partiknos or whatever his name is. Really epic. It's epic. So anyway, welcome back to my channel. I've been scouring Teemu, as you guys know I do. And I came across some hairpins that if you wanted to get some hairpins to go with your paparazzi business, we have Boss with dollar signs and goals. $1.48. It's sweet, sweet stuff. So there's that. Then we have Bride to Be. $1.79 for that two-piece set. Miss to Mrs. $1.98 for that three-piece set. Then we have Butterflies with Pearls. 2 pieces for $1.48. Now I bet you anything, if these were being sold by paparazzi, it'd be $5 or $2.75 for one. But if you really wanted to get 2 and sell them, there they are, right there on Teemu. And then we have cute little stars. 4 pieces, $1.79. So if hairpins, hair things are your customer's cup of tea, you can buy them for much cheaper at Teemu. These are cute little wings. They're rhinestone wings. It's 2 for $1.98. Yeah, 2 for $1.98. Then we have the moon and stars, a barrette, and 2 bobby pins. Yeah, a barrette and 2 bobby pins, $2.97 for all 3 pieces. Or if you just wanted to get the barrette, $1.97. Just want to get the bobby pin, 97 cents. If you just want to get that one, 97 cents. Yeah, much cheaper than $2.75, peeps. And then we have this, which I thought was funny. They have the Hello one. And then they have the crystal iridescent rhinestone earrings that paparazzi had as a life of the party thing in that picture, which I thought was really interesting. And then we have a 4-piece set of stars and moons, because we know paparazzi loves the stars and moon sets lately. So if you're going to buy a bobby pin, buy a 4-pack for $3. And then we have snowflakes, because guess what? Winter's coming. And you can get snowflakes. You can get the blue set for $1.88, or the white rhinestone set for $1.88. 5 bobby pins and a barrette for $1.88, or you can buy one for $2.75. Gee, I wonder which one I would buy if I was a consumer thinking with my pocketbook instead of my PV. And then we have pearls and snowflakes for $1.48. And last but not least, a 12-pack of rhinestone encrusted bobby pins for $2.69. Yeah. Again, I'm just starting out this, pointing out, if you're thinking with your pocketbook instead of thinking about your PV, your personal volume, you're going to buy using discernment. You're going to buy thinking about inventory smartly and how not to inventory load. So with that, we are going to watch a video. It's called Be More Intentional. I don't know who is the person talking in this video. This was sent to me through my Google Drive, and I figured we'd start it together. It's 34 minutes long. Here we go.
I have to hang out here, I think, to get approved into the group. But welcome, guys. Happy Saturday. If you're watching this part, you already know the drill. You are watching the replay. If you don't see that cutie patootie red live button up there, you are, in fact, watching the replay. We'll just hang out here and wait to get approved. Once I see people hop on, we'll get going. But
I hate that.
I want to thank Crystal for pushing me out of my comfort zone. This 90-day mentorship has been amazing.
So she's doing the 90-day mentorship, and it's been amazing. But here's the thing. While she's waiting for people to hop on, she's waiting for people to hop on. That is the biggest pet peeve for most of us, okay? So I'm just going to say that. Let me find something that we can use to cover her face up with. So we will use the I'm freaking out. Okay, here we go.
I'll message and see if I can get approved.
And that's the other thing.
Moment, boys.
If you're going to go live,
Just one moment. If I need to, I can jump off and jump.
if you're going to go live to do training, why should you wait to be approved to go training in a group? You should already be approved. This should already be done beforehand, before you even push the live button. So it's a waste of people's time. It's wasting my time. But she's waiting for someone to approve her.
We'll see. We'll see how long this takes. But today we are going to be talking about being more intentional with our time. We're going to talk about some DMOs, daily method of operations. We're going to talk about why they're important.
Okay, so we're being more intentional with our time. So we start out this waiting for people to hop on. Infraction number 1. 2, being more intentional with your time. How about being prepared to go live before you actually go live? So I don't think it's very intentional of your time when you're not prepared to do your training. So, yeah.
And you know what my daily method of operations consists of. Let's see. Crystal said she just approved me. Let's see. Waiting. There we go. Okay, I see some viewers jumping on. Hey, Crystal, what's up, girl?
I'm guessing this is Crystal Lee
Welcome,
Roberts
guys.
Mitchell's
Come
group.
on in, tag your teams, share this to your teams, all the things.
Drink.
We are going to be talking about being more intentional in our business.
Yeah, we've
to
heard this
time more
already.
Effectively, and creating some DMOs. If you know what DMOs are or you already use them, drop DMOs in the comments. I'm just curious. Just curious.
Here's my daily method of operation. Get to the freaking point! We are 3 minutes into this, and you haven't said anything yet.
We'll wait a few seconds.
Stop waiting and go!
On, and then we'll just jump right in.
Please, just jump.
Okay. Hey, Angie. How are you? Happy Saturday, everybody. Hello, Team Unstoppables. I'm just going to get going.
Please.
Okay? While my nerves are
Spare me while my nerves are still
Hey,
alive.
Brittany. All right, today we're going to be talking about, first of all, my name's Lisa, and I want to thank Crystal for pushing me out of my comfort zone and inviting us all to do these trainings.
You said this already.
Because it really is a game changer, because obviously once you start growing a team, you're going to want to start training, and starting in a bigger group like this is like...
It's a game changer, just like Fashion Fix. Okay.
At first, extremely nerve-wracking, but I'm a firm believer in life begins where your comfort zone ends, and my comfort zone ended. We'll say that. Hey, Wendy. All right, guys, you can share this to your teams and tag your teams, all the things.
Get
today
started, for the love of Pete.
Intentional with our time, establishing some DMOs.
You've said this 4 times now, maybe 5. God help me.
All things in that category. Okay, I did take notes. Keep my squirrel brain in check. Okay, so we're going to talk about being more intentional, daily method of operations. If you already have established that, from here on out, I'm going to say DMOs. Daily method of operations. We're going to...
I need to pause for a second. I need a drink. All right. I have my Moscato, and I grabbed a snack. Let's do this.
We're going to kind of discuss income-producing activity versus non-income producing activity.
This is
I don't know
non-income
about you guys,
producing.
but me personally, I find myself saying, like, I feel so busy. I'm so busy. I'm so busy. But there is a huge difference between being busy and being productive. Am I right? And it wasn't until, I've known about DMOs, but it wasn't until I started doing paparazzi full time that I'm like, okay, I need to get, start out on the right foot. Because any job you have, you get to work, you have your, the tasks you need to complete. And when you are working a business like this, it is very easy to get sidetracked. It's, you're at home, kids, family, social media, the scroll of death, all the things. So, when you get here, say hello. I'm probably going to swipe these because, okay. So when it comes to, this is network marketing, right? So yes, we know we need to sell the jewelry, but there's a lot that needs to happen behind the scenes to kind of create the best platform for ourselves. We need to be finding new customers, new recruits, things of that sort, because it is network marketing. So we need to be networking. Let's see. I just want to start with saying, please, if you are cold messaging anybody, please stop. For all of us, for our sake, and network marketing in general, stop spamming people. I just feel really strongly about changing how people view network marketing and MLMs in general. And just stop, okay? No one likes that. Why do we need DMOs? First and foremost.
And your cold messages get used against you in anti-multi-level marketing content on Reddit, on YouTube, on TikTok, on Instagram Reels. So yeah, for everybody out there, don't do it. But if you do, we'll shame you for it.
Foremost is to make sure we are effectively using and managing our time. We want to be productive, right? We want to be productive, create balance, and spend our time involved in income-producing activity. If you are spending hours and hours and hours on your phone, what are you doing with those hours and hours and hours? Ask yourself honestly, what are you actually doing day to day to benefit your business and help support your goals?
So, I can't even remember her name. That's how much I pay attention. When you don't own a business, you are a glorified customer of paparazzi jewelry and accessories. I don't know who needs to hear this, so I'm going to tell you again. If you are a consultant with paparazzi jewelry and accessories, please read your policies and procedures, especially Section 4.1. You do not own a business. You are not an employee. You are not a franchised employee. What you are is a 1099 independent contractor, glorified customer of this company. And if you signed up for paparazzi and failed to read those policies and procedures prior to giving them your credit card information and clicking the box that says you agree, you did yourself a disservice. But you don't own a business. You own the name of whatever you made as long as you properly register it with your state and turn it into an LLC or a business or an S Corp or whatever. Talk to your accountant and or attorney. But as far as I'm concerned, you don't own jack shit. Okay? That's just me being honest. You do not own jack shit.
How well do you actually use your time? I, for one, this is something I just started taking very, very seriously and being more intentional. So you're going to want to look at your goals. The purpose of DMOs is to create consistent business practices that are income producing. When every activity you're doing, ask yourself, is this benefiting my business? Is this going to help me get to my goal? And for me, I literally had to sit down, write out, okay, these are my goals, and then the steps, because you have your goal. But how are you going to get there? Write out your steps. And I think for me, that is what really established, this is what I need to be doing. And we'll go through those. If you guys have questions along the way, you can drop them in the comments, and I will look at them after. I have all the comments swiped, just so everyone knows. Okay.
This is boring.
When it comes to DMOs, for me, I had to truly look at okay, this is how much time I have. And I was working full time up until last week. And when I say full time, I was working full time. Anywhere from 40 to 55 hours a week, give or take. And then even while I was at home, I was still expected, to partake in some things at home for my job. Anyway, but I've been in this business about a little over a year.
So here's the thing. She didn't set up proper boundaries with her employer. That's on her. If you work a 9-to-5 job in corporate America, you need to set your boundaries up front with your employer. Okay? If you work more than 40 hours a week, you should be paid overtime. Then, when you clock out from your job, you should be clocked out from your job. You should not be doing anything when you are at home unless you are on the clock. And even if you are a salaried position, that doesn't mean they own you. Your salaried position, you get the job done, but you should not let your employer cross your boundaries. And the reason I say this is because the minute you let them, they will continue to do so. And your employer, to you, you are a number in some cases, in most cases, because corporate America is greedy as sin. Okay? So, I just want to remind you, you need to take care of you and your family and yourself, first. Because when you pass on or die, your job posting will be on the internet before your obituary. Just kindly remember that fact. You are replaceable at your job. You are not replaceable at home. So set your boundaries and keep them in place. And don't let those boundaries be crossed. Because the minute you allow that to happen, you will be taken advantage of. So instead of setting boundaries and keeping them in place, she quit her full-time job to do multi-level marketing full-time. I hope she doesn't regret that mistake. But I'm also speaking to her and saying, if you decide to return to corporate America and get a real job, set your boundaries up front and hold to them. Do not let them get crossed, because that's how you get taken advantage of.
I've taken it seriously, at least I thought. Staying consistent, going live, but there's a lot more consistency that has to happen behind the scenes. Really, there is. And we're going to go through that. But I had to take an honest look at how much time do I actually have? How much time am I willing to put into this business? Especially now doing it full time.
And she's doing it full time. And here's the other question. How much time are you spending on this? And what are you making? Is the return on investment worth it? Are you making what you were making at your 9-to-5 job before you quit? If the answer is no, there's a problem. Okay?
So looking at, do you have a full-time job? What are your hours there? Family, kids, what are your family obligations or home obligations, kids' sports? Obviously, when you're creating your DMOs, well, maybe not obviously, you're not going to schedule these things for yourself, these tasks for yourself, during times when you know you're going to be unavailable. Okay, so for me, and I'm going to list these aren't necessarily, most of these are probably in the order I do them upon waking up. You can take notes if you want. You can go back and watch the replay. These are just tasks that I think are very important for this business and to be successful in this business. But you can do them in a different order, whatever works best for you, obviously. Okay, so DMOs. DMOs for me right now are non-negotiable. I have to do them. I personally said I have them written in my planner, but I also have alarms set in my phone. Yes, it gets annoying, but it won't be long before it just becomes a habit, right? I suggest you stick to these DMOs for at least 30 days. At least 30 days, even if day 2 you're like, I don't know if this is really working or purposeful or whatever, I suggest you still stick it out for 30 days. After that 30 days, reevaluate. For me, upon waking up, posting on your Facebook. Whether that, for me, the first, usually one, if I'm only posting once a day, try to go twice, something that has nothing to do with paparazzi, in my opinion. Because especially if you are still in the midst of growing your business, you want to show people who you are, right? People buy.
Because you want to be relatable. And you want people to get to know you. So they feel a connection to you. So you can have that connection with them. Yeah. And, yeah. No, thank you. I hated that I felt like I had to post something every single day. Okay? I rarely post on Facebook anymore. In fact, even those who watch my channel and are in my friends group, you guys know I don't get in there every day. One, because I work full time and there are days where I'm tired, but you guys are good at keeping in touch with each other. I mean, I'll go in and read your stuff, but I'm not going to post. And sometimes I'll just leave a heart, a like, or a thumbs up. But I'm not posting in there every single day because, one, what do I have to say? I mean, I say plenty to the camera, but what do I have to say on social media? Not much. And, yeah. So that's annoying.
And people shop from people they like, know, and trust.
That's training from Crystal Lee Roberts Mitchell right there. She's just parroting the stuff that came in the paparazzi Building Your Business book that Misty Kirby wrote in 2012. And the reason I know is because I read the damn thing.
Make yourself relatable. So I usually post like an inspirational quote or what's the word? An interactive post. I try to be, just my suggestion, don't go to Pinterest and snag the first interactive post. Don't type in Facebook interactive post, boom, got it. Like, make it something that is relatable to you. Something, I mean, if you don't like dogs at all, you're not going to post something about dogs, right? That's just my opinion. Make it something that that people can relate back to you. Shows people who you are. Gives them a little, window into you and your life.
Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see this, but she has a sequin bracelet behind her. She has the whole, bracelet bust back here. She has boxes underneath it. She has her starter kit box, a fashion fix box. She went to the COVID convention because there's a celebrate thing. But, yeah. Gonna keep going.
Beyond paparazzi. So post on your personal Facebook page. Like I said, make it personable. Whether that's about your family, inspirational quotes that mean something to you, interactive posts. Avoid controversial topics. That's my very, very strong opinion.
Did you know that paparazzi jewelry and accessories is considered a controversial topic? So just by posting about your business, you're posting something controversial. Did you know that multi-level marketing companies are considered a controversial topic? Did you know that network marketing, relationship marketing, direct sales, all those things are considered controversial? Yeah. So you just posting is everything you post is considered a controversy. So again, red flag.
Number 2, check Facebook messages, emails, and I respond. I don't respond. I know I don't respond to every single one, but the ones that are important, they're all important, but prioritizing my time.
So if she has never responded to you, you weren't important enough to respond to. And you guys know I get at least 50 or more emails each day. So I've read them. If I don't respond right away, trust me, you're in my to-do list to respond to you. And I promise I will get to responding to you guys when I'm on vacation and I'm not working full time and recording a crap ton of content. You will hear back from me eventually. I promise.
Check my messages, the ones that need to be responded to immediately. So that would be like potential
Recruits?
Gates, any customers, things that need to be addressed immediately, I respond to those immediately. My third DMO is interacting with 5 Facebook friends posts. So whether that be new, for me it's 5 people that I have not seen in my newsfeed in a while.
Okay, guys, are you paying attention to this? This is how I started finding out about paparazzi jewelry and accessories. Friends that I had not interacted with in a long time started interacting with my posts. So they started showing up on my news feed, and I started interacting with their posts. There is a method to the madness. So, this is a way for them to get either A, new customer, or B, a new recruit. So, they're doing it with the intention of creating a transactional relationship, okay? But they're not getting paid for their time in doing these DMOs. I can't remember what the hell that means. Honey, do you remember what she said DMO meant?
I wasn't listening.
See, it's so important neither of us are listening.
You can go to friends and kind of look through there, like, I haven't seen this person in a while, or this person. Be genuine with your interaction, okay? It's really obvious when you're not.
Yeah, it's really obvious when you're reaching out to someone for a transactional relationship, too. So, methods of operation here. Yeah, I'm using this to expose the methods of operation that paparazzi huns use. In fact, I think I'll call this the title of the video.
Post something, ask questions, whatever you're posting, try to create some conversation. Facebook likes us to create, likes to see that we have relationships with people. That's going to help us show up in their newsfeed.
Transactional relationships.
Number 4, right? 4.
Daily
Posting on Facebook stories. Whether that is a business post, maybe the set of the day, or posting your Facebook stories. When people respond to you, it goes to your messages. Again, wakes up the algorithm, and it'll help that person see you on their newsfeed.
How to sound smarter without actually knowing what you're talking about 101. This is what I feel. And DMO is daily method of operation. So she's doing this shit daily, you guys. This is the stuff that they told us to do every single day. Every single day. Now, I don't know how much time it takes for her to do this list, but I'm guessing 2 to 3 hours a day is what she is spending doing this list. To me, that's $100 at my job. All right?
That's your live sales or a wall drop. My fifth DMO is adding new Facebook friends. Do not add from suggested friends. Do not. I urge you. You can go to other friends lists. I suggest you check out do a little research. It doesn't take long. Do a little research. Check out their profile. If you have mutual friends and they're paparazzi sisters, do not add them. If they're sharing other paparazzi live sales, I don't add them. If they're wearing paparazzi, I personally don't add them.
If you're adding friends without truly knowing who these people are, it's a way to build your business without actually getting to know somebody. And that's the problem with Facebook on the whole. If you're adding people to your friends list, but you don't really know who they are, you've never personally interacted with them on some level, you shouldn't be adding them as a friend. And that's the thing. I don't add people to my friends list unless I know them personally. And if someone sends me a friend's request, I will accept it, research it to see if I have interacted with this person. And then if I haven't, I will usually unfollow them or unfriend them. Because here's the thing. I don't trust a lot of people, you guys. I just don't. The people that I let into my life are very limited. especially on my personal social media. YouTube, you guys can bug me all day long. But I am very limited on who I let into my life. And that is because of what happened with me in paparazzi. I don't want transactional relationships. I don't want people in my life that I don't know. Okay? I don't need it, I don't want it, and I don't invite it in. Okay? And the other thing is, and I'm just going to put this out there, if someone comes at me with a story or something they want to share with me, I will research what you have shared with me. Okay? I will do my due diligence. I will check my sources. And I will look to see if it's something that I can trust. And I do not report on things until I know I can trust it. Okay? That's just who I am. I don't like being burned. I don't like being set up. So I will not do anything until I can verify a source. So, there's that. I'm going to go put some stuff away while this plays, but I'll be listening and you guys will just get to see the background for a second.
If they were to add me, that might be a different story, but if it's obvious to me that they already shot from somebody, I just move on. Okay, 6. Interact with Facebook friends. Did I already say that? Yes. Oh, that was, okay. Interact with new Facebook friends. I honestly kind of, right now, I've interacting with 5 Facebook friends and new Facebook friends. Right now, I have them together. So when you're scrolling your newsfeed, though, if you see a post from somebody where it opens up the door for you to message them, take advantage of that opportunity for sure. If you see something, their kid's their child's sick, they're in the hospital, something like that, be genuine.
And get them while they're most vulnerable, because that is something else they taught us in paparazzi. Prey on the elderly. Prey on people that are on social security disability. Prey on people that have lost a loved one or have loved ones in the hospital or have chronic illness or a single parent. That is gross. It happens all the time. I've received several hundred stories about it. That's a good time to reach out to them. Prey on them. No.
But reach out to them. Build that relationship. Take advantage of those opportunities to build relationships. Because sometimes it does get hard or you don't know exactly how to do that. And I feel like those posts make it easy. And Facebook stories.
Again, Tracy, thank you for the flags.
When you're adding new friends, if people ever ask you, do I know you or whatever, honestly, I'm honest about it. I personally, it's been a long time since somebody's asked me, but I've been asked and I always respond with, I'm just networking, I like, your post, or I appreciate your positive post, something genuine, no? And number 7, posting your VIP and or business page, set of the day, whether that's an album sale, quotes, a giveaway, a fun game like Wear It Wednesday, those kind of things. 8, it usually takes me right before noon drops. Posting selfies or, posting a paparazzi business post, whether that is posting a selfie with some jewelry, posting photos you've taken of jewelry, posting, an opportunity post, something that paparazzi's done for you. I make that post something really...
Because of paparazzi, I was able to quit my full-time job and do this full-time. I haven't received a paycheck yet. Because of paparazzi. Right? Are those some of those posts? Those hashtag because of paparazzi?
Relatable to the business. And then these last things are going to be interchangeable for people. So team trainings, if you have a team, either planning your team trainings or actually doing your team trainings, and reaching out to teammates or interacting in your team chats, reaching out to new consultants. My next one is prospecting time. For me, that's a non-negotiable right now. Ever since I've started this full time, that's been a non-negotiable for me. Whether that is going through your square.
Yeah. The reason she has made that a non-negotiable for her is because she quit her income. She quit a full-time job that had guaranteed income. So now she has to focus on prospecting and looking for new recruits so she can get an income. Not once has she talked about actually going live and selling the jewelry. She's talking about building her team, prospecting, finding more friends, prospecting, networking. I don't think I've heard her say once yet, and if I missed it, leave a comment down below. But I don't think she said once selling jewelry and going live.
Or however you invoice, going through your square, looking at customers' invoices, like, dang, these people are buying hundreds of dollars in jewelry a week.
Dang, this person spent over $100. I should reach out to them and say, hey, you've spent $100 with me with paparazzi jewelry and accessories. Have you thought about becoming a consultant and signing up for the discount? You should really do that. That's exactly what she's saying right there. Prospecting. I'm looking at all my Square invoices to see who spent a shit ton of money with me, and now I'm going to reach out to them and say, you should join my team.
Why wouldn't they want to do this themselves and buy it at wholesale? Reach out to them, send those messages. I know it can be super uncomfortable at first.
If they're your customer, it shouldn't be.
I promise. And if you're not reaching out to them, I promise you, eventually someone else will. Because remember, a lot of times our customers shop from multiple consultants, so it's only a matter of time, and you'll be kicking yourself if they end up joining, under somebody else. A big one for me is also, for me this is a non-negotiable, and I urge you guys all to jump into this as well. Doing at least 30 minutes of self-development a day. For me, that's also like my self-care.
No. Self-development. 30 minutes of self-development. Okay. Let's talk about 30 minutes of self-development. If you are truly thinking that you are in business for yourself, 30 minutes of self-development. Take an online course to learn about how to effectively run a business. Take an online course about inventory management. Take an online course about businesses, expenses, profit, and loss statements. Take an online course about Schedule C for the IRS. Take an online course about how you can get the most bang for your buck when it comes to buying wholesale and selling retail. Take an online course about how to properly set your prices. Take an online course about how multi-level marketing, 99.56% of the people who are in them lose money unless they recruit a team. Yeah, that should be your personal self-development. It shouldn't be kumbaya bullshit where you're reading 7 habits to influence people and win them over, or to hug your team, or to be effective in network marketing, or an Eric Worre workshop. Those are the last things you should be doing. If you truly wanted to be a business owner, you would be doing the research on how to open and properly run a business. Not self-help, kumbaya, self-enrichment. I'm sorry, you can do that on Sunday when you go to church. You don't need to do 30 minutes a day.
Self-development, listening to a podcast, reading a book, YouTube.
Oh yes, please find me on YouTube.
YouTube video, or something relatable to the business, watching team trainings.
I'm going to get really hammered here soon because I'm drinking that wine really fast.
The rest are kind of like where you are in your business. I truly feel like regardless of what level you're working this business, DMOs are really, really important. It's like your to-do list, your daily to-do list. Otherwise, especially when you're just starting out, we hear, like, are you doing all the things? Like, what the heck does that mean?
All the things, drink.
And this kind of keeps you on track. And like I said, I have alarms set on my phone. Yes, they're annoying, but there are a few of them I know it's about time to do this. And I'm just about to the point, I think I could turn the alarms off, but I don't trust myself quite yet. But interacting in your team page, team chats, whether that's your own your team page or your team chats, or like your uplines, checking in on your uplines team pages as well, looking at different contests, different trainings. What are different ways you sell the jewelry? Do you post your own photos, which I urge you to do that versus the stock photos, especially on like your personal Facebook page. But so setting time aside to take those photos of the jewelry and then post them in your groups.
But that was a selling feature of paparazzi jewelry and accessories, is that you didn't have to do that. You didn't need to buy a photo box, and you didn't have to take your own pictures of the jewelry. Paparazzi did that for you. That was one of the selling features of paparazzi when I became a consultant. So what's changed? Oh, because if you quit, you'll want to have your own pictures on there, because paparazzi will send you a cease and desist notice telling you that you can't use their logo because it's a copyright infringement. The only reason I know that is because paparazzi sent me one very early on in my YouTube channel. And I emailed paparazzi and said, okay, I've taken your logo off of my blog. Now tell paparazzi to stop emailing me. Shocking. They stopped emailing me. But I kept getting revolution alerts from my team, my upline elite, and I let paparazzi's attorney at Butch Alter know that I still was receiving emails, even though I hadn't been a consultant at that point for 3 years. So that's why she's telling you to take your own photos. So if you do decide to quit, you can keep your photos. But here's the deal. That was a selling feature when I became a consultant. So something's changed.
Wherever you sell, personal Facebook page, VIP group, business page, taking the time to post that. I just feel like they're all really important tasks, but I, for one, am like, I don't always use my time effectively. I'll be the first to admit that I'm being a lot more intentional with my time. So if I'm posting, if I'm taking the time to post a set of jewelry, obviously, in my stories, someone replies to it like, oh, I love it, but it's not my style. Take advantage of that opportunity, being intentional with your time, because I hear so often like, I don't have the time. We all have the time. We just have to make sure we're utilizing our time to the best of our ability. And
not all of the consultants that are in paparazzi quit their full-time job. Ergo, they don't have the time. Again, this is piss-poor training in my humble opinion.
Being efficient. Time is free, but it's something, once it's gone, and you can't get it back.
Exactly, and you're wasting it on paparazzi.
Taking advantage. Someone said, oh, I love that set, but it's not my style. Like, okay, what, find out what their style is, and then show them pictures of those, because it's through Messenger at that point, you can send stock photos that way.
I'm speeding it up.
A lot of sales recently, honestly, just through Facebook stories, people commenting on posting my VIP group, like I love it, but it's, to the next.
I'm speeding it up because I'm getting drunk.
And finding out what their style is and then showing them things that they might like. Is super helpful as far as selling. It's like, it takes no more time really, because I don't know, when I order new, I download all those stock photos, so it's easy to go into your phone and send those photos. I totally agree with that. I don't have any questions. I feel like I ran through that very fast. Winnie! Hey guys! Create that conversation via, hey, Gina, how are you? Another.
Alright, so this is where she starts talking to everybody on the comments and answering their questions, but I think we covered the gist of it. So, be intentional with your time. Daily methods of operation. That's what she was talking about. But the stuff she was giving you for the top 10 daily methods of operation, they were all transactional relationship based, recruitment based. I didn't once hear her talk about actually selling the jewelry. Did you? I know I've been drinking a lot during this, but I don't remember hearing her say, have a live schedule. Go live. Sell the jewelry. Did you guys hear that? If you did, timestamp it so I can go back and listen to it again, because I'm not going to do it right now because Honestly, I don't think I can make it through it. But anyway, so that is that. So, be intentional with your daily method of operation. Yeah. So, that's where we're going to leave this today. Thank you so much for joining me for this atrocious video that some would call training with paparazzi jewelry and accessories. Honestly, I learned nothing. Absolutely nothing. What I did learn is that this is where they train you to go look at your customers' invoices to see how much they've spent with you, so you can send them a DM and say, hey lady, you spent over $100 with me. Would you want to sign up just so you can get the discount? You could join my team for $99. Oh, and guess what? There's a promotion this month. When you sign up, you get free accessories in your starter pack. What does that mean? Well, your first order, you're going to get 10 free accessories in back office credit. So you can join the $5 frenzy at new releases Monday through Friday. And you can fill up your cart with new hot items. That's the promotion this month. So, again, if someone reaches out to you through Paparazzi Jewelry and Accessories to share an opportunity with you, by all means, ask the questions next to me. They are listed in the description box down below. It's an FTC article, Federal Trade Commission. The FTC is responsible for regulating multi-level marketing companies. We need to start putting more pressure on the FTC, but I'm grateful for the FTC for putting the articles out that they have. So, just a little statistic, 99.56% of the people in paparazzi jewelry accessories will never reach the top 1% of the company. In fact, the top 1% of the company, 0.44%, according to their income disclosure statement, that they haven't released a new one. We're still showing the 2021 numbers. The income disclosure statement shows that 99.56% of the people within this company will never make more than you could make working part-time at McDonald's. So, if you want to make the same amount of money that a producer or premier producer makes, by all means, go get a part-time job working at McDonald's. You'll make more money. It's guaranteed income. And you won't have to constantly be recruiting to keep the rank. You just go to work, show up, cook the fries, and go home. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Thanks so much for joining me. And most of all, special shout out to my members. Thank you so much. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.